you sleep like this?
Exactly like that. I don't
Like you're in the military.
Yeah, like I'm in the military.
Well, I didn't know if you had thoughts where you're going to be like the old-timey photographer that, you know.
Or like the referee under the booth.
Yeah.
Take a look at the dick.
I'm gonna review the play. 52-yard line. It's a dick. Seems like a dick. And resume game.
How are you?
I'm good, buddy. How are you?
Pretty high.
Well, I just asked you a second ago, like, to do the podcast, and then you're like, I just popped an edible. I didn't know I was going to be doing a podcast.
Yeah.
And then I knew you were getting in that area because you put on a new shirt. And
Yeah.
what does your shirt say?
You read it. I can't. Let's tell me what it says.
It says, ask me about my butthole, and then it literally has an alien abduction going on of a guy literally being brought.
He's being sucked into the UFO.
Into the UFO.
And just ask me about my butthole.
And then in lowercase letters, if you look really closely, it says Sam Tripoli Tinfoil Hat Podcast.
Come on. Sammy.
We love Sam.
Yeah, we do love Sammy. I'll tell you what, the other one said, hey, come with us, we're doing butt stuff.
No, it didn't.
Yeah.
You have another one that says that?
It's the same picture. No, you could.
It's a different design.
It was it says, come with us, we're doing
in
butt.
the circle. Yeah.
We're doing butt stuff.
So why'd you settle on that?
Why you say settle?
That one.
Did you say settle?
I didn't mean it like that. I don't mean to offend you.
I mean, you said, why would you settle with? And let me tell you something. Actually,
this is the first time Josh and I in our friendship have an actual fight. It's over buttholes and aliens. You know what, man?
I've had enough of this shit. I think I went with this one because if I wear it in public, which I don't know if I will, but I definitely will.
Oh, dude, you have to wear that in public.
People are gonna do what?
Ask you about your butthole.
Yeah.
So?
I'm just gonna have a lot of fun stuff planned.
Okay, so I'm a stranger. Okay. I approach you. Hey, man, what's going on with that butthole of yours?
I don't know, dude. Get in there.
What? What the hell?
Dude, get in there.
Dude, get in there is the best response possible to what's going on with your butthole. I don't know. Get in there.
Get in there.
Well, what? I just... Damn, man, why you gotta make it like that? I just asked you about the shirt.
Why you gotta make it weird?
You gotta make it weird, man. I was just trying to be a grown man asking you about your butthole.
Yeah, I was just reading your shirt, man. Get in there is... Yeah, get in there would disarm anybody asking that question.
The most threatening person could be approaching you like, okay, I'm gonna talk to this guy. And then as soon as they ask you about your butthole and you say get in there,
yeah, get in there.
You know what, man? I think I'm gonna head this. I'm gonna head this.
Or it might go the other way,
where somebody gets in there immediately.
Someone's like, deal.
What if they looked at you and they said, game on?
Yeah. Checkmate.
You're like, wait, what?
What?
Huh? Wait, what are you doing back there?
Yeah, listen, there is something to be said for calling someone's bluff. So it's not even okay. A couple weeks ago, I was in Dallas on stage. Mm-hmm. Have I told you the story?
I don't think so.
And there was a dude wearing a kilt in the front row. And I said to him, we were having a lot of conversation, talking a lot, and we had just started talking about how a lot of weird things happen in my shows, which a lot of weird things,
they naturally happen. They happen.
I think I attract it because I talk about it. I talk about how much I like it. I've had furries show up in my shows, like full on, just tables of them. Hey, everybody. Whatever. But
in the costumes?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
They showed up in the costumes.
There was a convention. Now, I had nothing to do with the convention, but they were in town that night.
Right.
So, and maybe they're not. I don't know if they wear them out normally, but I think they knew they were welcome at our show.
Oh yeah.
And
You put out a very welcoming vibe to everybody.
yes. So a couple weeks ago in Dallas, dude killed, and I'm like, we're talking, and he wrestles like in smaller things around Texas, and he's an Irish guy, and he's got a beard, so his character is like an Irish, Shane McNally had a McCanny, and so I go, hey, I've always wanted to know why I killed, and he goes, well, it's so human, right? I said, yeah, and he goes, really, the first time I put one on, I was like, forget it. I'm never putting pants on again. And I was like, really? He goes, it's so good. And I said, well, do you wear underwear under the kilt? And he goes, I'm going to tell you what I tell everybody else. You got to lift it up to find out. And I said, you're challenging the wrong dude.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You're gonna see if I'm gonna call your bluff or not. Really? In my dojo on this stage at this comedy show? Really?
Of course.
Yeah.
And so he was in front row, right? So to make it weird, I got on my knees right in front of him.
Of course you did.
And he was like, you don't have to do that. I'm like, yeah.
I'm pretty sure I do. Pretty sure. I don't know if you follow me online or anything, but hashtag I like weird shit.
I'm making this as weird as I possibly can.
Yeah.
And I lift up, and by the way, when you get so nervous that it's like your butthole's gasping for breath.
Was your hand trembling as
Because
you
I
went to
was
lift
doing
it?
the butthole. Oh yeah. Your butthole's like, oh yeah. Your butthole goes like this, like get us out of here.
Your butthole's hyperventilating.
Yeah, your butthole's like, I can't, my breath. Dude, I go to reach up this part of the kilt, still kilt. And he was like, nah. Because I guess kilt, there's two parts to it.
There's like divisions, right?
All right.
Yeah.
Kilt, I lift up just kilt. And
he goes,
Yeah. Yeah, he was like, yeah, I had the Easter eggs under this side, And I lifted up, and it was a human dick.
Impressive?
Listen, and I talked to the dude afterwards. Great dude. We had one of the best, honestly. Like, it was maybe the best 15-minute start to any show I've ever had.
No,
it was so fun.
If you're wearing that shirt, do you still do it? Ask me about my butthole. Do you still go for the kill?
100%.
Okay.
But probably with two hands. Just to get it all over with at once. Knowing what I know now, I'm two-handing it.
Well, I didn't know if you had thoughts where you're going to be like the old-timey photographer that,
Or like the referee under the booth.
Yeah,
Take a look at the dick.
I gotta review the play. The 52-yard line. It seems like a dick, and resume game.
Yeah, it was, but I like that stuff, man.
Just the weird, bizarre stuff.
Yeah, but I also like it when people don't think it's going to happen. I don't think anybody thought I was going to lift up.
I think people probably thought, this guy's just building up anticipation, but he's not actually going to go for it.
Or he has underwear on.
Right. He's bluffing you.
I think everybody thought one of us was bluffing.
Yeah.
Now, I knew I was not.
Well, you guys were both playing at the top of your poker game.
Dude, this dude, I got to tell you, this dude was so cool about it. When I lifted it up, the dude didn't move his leg. He didn't flinch.
That's confidence.
This dude was just like, you're about to see it.
Yeah, yeah.
And yeah, I had never seen a red-headed scrot area.
And?
It was shaved. It was bright.
It's way brighter than you'd think.
Yeah, it's bright. The red, it's bright. Yeah, and I've said this before, but his, he was all potatoes, no meat. You know what I mean? Like his dick looked like it fell asleep on his nuts.
It was the reverse potato famine.
Yeah.
The potatoes are good and plenty over here. We're just a little light on the meat.
I will tell you, I watched the clips that come out of your show here, and I'm always like, you have so many people on here who do so many great voices.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not one of those people.
You're not good at voices?
No.
Really?
Oh, you've heard me do impersonations before.
Oh, I know.
You've heard me. I think maybe my worst one, and here's why they're really bad. I just can't hear any in my head. Like if you're like, what does it sound like?
Right.
I can't hear it.
Yeah.
So right out of the gate, and what I don't like to practice my voices at all.
That's a huge problem, first of all.
Right. Yeah.
You could literally apply that to any skill set or any profession, and it's the worst advice ever that you could give somebody. Well, first off, I don't like to practice the thing that I'm not good at. And second of all...
Yeah. So I don't know why I'm not good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's, you know what? Because here's the thing. I think if I get a little better, it won't be funny. It's funny now because it's so bad. But if you get a little better, and then I don't have the desire or time to try to get... Do you know I auditioned once? What was the movie called? Epic Movie. You know where they parodied,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
And there was a...
they parodied a bunch of like pop culture type movies.
Right, and there was a role for a Captain Jack Sparrow.
Oh, man.
And so I was psyched. I had to get up, man. I put the makeup on. I had the eyeliner. And for weeks...
You were working on this accent?
Weeks. We had one of those CDs in the car. I heard two oohs on the roof of the room. And then you would say it. I heard two oohs on the roof of the room. Right? And so, by the way, my kids hated those 2 weeks.
Oh, I bet.
Because it was just that CD
Yeah,
playing.
they want to listen to anything but that.
Oh my God.
Dad, can we listen to Wheels on the Bus or
I
anything?
heard two oohs on the roof of the room. Right? By the way, I don't know if you can tell what accent that was supposed to be.
Polish?
Yeah. So, I go in.
Okay.
And by the way,
Are you in full wardrobe for this?
Full.
Okay.
eyeliner.
You're going for it. You're swinging for the fences.
Yo,
This role is yours.
I love this role.
Yeah.
I love it. It's all of those roles in those movies are short, right? It's just because it's just
Little cameos, yeah.
Yeah. So I go in, and I walk in, and she goes, "Oh, hey." She goes, "Nice get up." I go, "Thanks." She goes, "You ready?" I go, "I'm really ready." She goes, "I'm really excited for this." I said, "Me too." Do you know how they give you 3 scenes? And you know how usually you'll read one and they'll say, "Great job." Even if they don't want you. If you read one, what's the casting director going to say to you?
Great job. Let's take a look at scene 2.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So she did not say that to me. I read one with my accent. And she goes, "Hey," puts the script down. "This is not for you." That was her trying not to laugh.
Wait, she said this is not for
She
you?
goes, "Hey, this one's not for you. This one's not for you." And I was like, oh my God.
I mean, that's got to be extra humiliating because you're in the wardrobe.
Well, I will tell you this.
Okay.
As much as it hurt kind of in the room,
You appreciated it.
so much more than that drive home. Like, I think maybe they still like me.
I mean,
think
I wish that more casting
too.
directors would just say, this is not going to work
this
out.
one's not yours. By the way, I wish they would say it right when you walk in. If they look at you and they go, "Nah,"
Nah.
because sometimes they've already decided,
Oh, they definitely have.
this is not the guy.
They definitely have.
Yeah, this is not what we're looking for. And by the way, that's not them being. There's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
there's nothing wrong with that. Like if a character has to look a certain way, like I don't think there's anything wrong with them deciding as soon as you walk in. Now, the reason they have you read is just in case you're so good, they're like, we got to find something.
Right.
But it would be nice to know if you're moving on.
Of course.
But let me ask you an honest question.
Okay.
You've been around a bunch of actors.
Oh, yeah.
How many do you think want to hear it in the room? And how many people out of those people do you think could just take the news and leave without trying
That's
to?
the problem. These people are crazy.
They're gonna
be like, hey, you know what? I worked really hard.
Yeah.
I'd love to do one more take.
Yeah.
That's the problem. The pushback.
Yes.
That's why they don't do it.
Yep.
Because we have way too many people who are either they're good, but most of us are delusional in some way. You have to be to be pursuing this career at all. You have to be a little bit.
Yeah.
And
Just to go there.
yeah, just to even think that you're good enough to even possibly get it.
Because when you go there, you're so bad. That's the delusion, right?
Yeah.
I could understand, like, if you're at the level you're at now and you're like, I'm fucking ready for LA.
Right.
Are you kidding? But you went, I went, like,
Years and years ago, before less training, less polish, less
just-
everything.
Right. Isn't that crazy? Like, that you go.
Oh, and fully being like, I deserve this.
That's the thing. Yeah, I'm going to make it. Do you know how bad you are?
Not yet.
Yeah. I will pretty soon.
Yeah.
Right now, I think I'm great.
Oh, dude.
I remember. So, when I was first starting, Joey and I think Joey got past a little bit before me. But I think it was Sunday night potlucks.
Sunday night potlucks.
I think so. Maybe it was always Monday, Tuesday.
So by the way, if you are trying to figure out where we're at right now, we are doing an outside podcast on
Yep.
This is a deck, yeah?
Yeah.
There's an outside deck, and if you hear, I don't know, are those cicadas in the background?
I believe those are tree frogs,
Really?
and I believe they're horny.
Nashville tree frogs.
I don't know if they're. I mean, I guess just by where we are, they're
Yeah,
Nashville
just
tree frogs.
proximity. Yeah.
I don't know if they're called Nashville tree.
You don't have Budweiser frogs here. You got Coors Light frogs.
Yeah, we do actually. Those are down below, and the tree frogs. That means they're horny.
Oh, does it really?
I believe so.
That's when crickets chirp. That's a
Yeah.
mating thing. Yep.
do that. Is that your cricket? Do you know the other night I was on stage, and Indiana Jones, my dog, was chasing a goose, and I go, so he runs at this goose, and I was like, and the goose goes caca, and I was like, yeah, that's not a goose noise.
And the dog said moo. It's like you got one of those cheap ones where they're all in the wrong order.
Yeah.
Like, hey son, we couldn't afford.
Yeah, so this dog goes moo. That's what this one should be called. This dog goes moo.
The dog goes moo.
I
So Sunday night potlucks starting out.
I don't remember why I was saying that.
You said you don't remember?
No.
No, I feel bad. I cut you off then.
No, don't.
You
don't.
said you said you were starting with Joey Diaz. You said Sunday night potlucks.
Yeah, but I'm a little high, so I don't. Maybe I'll remember when I stop trying to remember.
Okay.
How's that?
I love it.
When you first started hanging around the Comedy Store, and by the way, how'd you pick the Comedy Store over the Laugh Factory and the Improv?
I liked the history of the Comedy Store more than the other places. There's also something that
You
drew.
mean once you got there, or you're coming in to LA?
When I came into LA and I looked at drove past the clubs, something pulled me to the Comedy Store right away. The white names on the black wall, I was like, whoa, what? And then I saw a ton of names that instantly I was like, I love all these comedians.
Yeah.
So I was sold right away. Just because the first time I saw the Comedy Store I was 19 or 20 on a road trip. I guess I would have been 20 on a road trip out to LA to look at possible apartments and stuff
Really?
like that. And I went during the day. Comedy Store's boarded up during the day. I was like, oh man, didn't get a look inside or anything, but I walked around and saw the names, and I was blown away by how many famous comics that I knew were regulars there.
And so you pursued stage time there before, or did you harder to get stage time at the Improv because they don't have those potlucks? Did they?
I did the Improv open mic for years. Yeah, it was actually way easier to get up at the Improv's open mic than the Comedy Store for most people. But they used to be very political. My buddy used to host the open mic at the Improv, so I'd get up there all the time, and then I'd just make sure that I'd try to kill as hard as I could for 3 minutes.
Yeah.
And then same with the Comedy Store. It was very political, and luckily a couple of the comics I was buddies with there liked me enough, and I would do different material every time because they hated watching people do the same stuff over and over.
Yo, 3 minutes.
If you're doing the same 3 over and over, it's like, dude, what are you doing?
Yeah. 3 minutes, dude. I would say this for me too, with 5 minutes, even 10 minutes, even 15 minutes. I'm a better hour comic. I talk slower. My stories are longer. It takes a little, like...
There would be headliners who would come in off the road, who would come in, and the old talent coordinator of the Comedy Store would make them do the potluck. And they would be on stage, and I never understood this until now that I'm doing longer sets and stuff like that. These comics would go, man, I can't even get started in 3 minutes.
Yeah.
That's what they'd say. And I'm like, what does that mean? I'm like, just kill it in 3 minutes. It's because they condition their act to breathe.
Yeah.
And to let it flow, where it's like you're not rushing through 3 minutes. You're letting it, there's more dynamic and more levels to it. But for a showcase, you just can't do that.
Yeah, not at all. Not at all. It's hard to be conversational in 3 minutes.
Oh yeah.
That's the thing. Like, but I think most people get to that point where 3 minutes is harder than, or 5 minutes is harder than 30.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, when you're headlining. Oh, by the way, what was your first set at the Comedy Store? Do you remember?
I did okay my first set at the Comedy Store, and I stayed away until I built up a ton of material to come back where I could do a different set every week, because I was afraid that I would get known too early as somebody who was doing marginal sets there. And I went and did mics for another 6 months and then came back.
No shit.
I stayed away. I was like, oh, it scared me because I was like, I don't want to be known for that set. Like, I didn't bomb, but it wasn't a killer set.
Right.
And I left and I was like, I hope they forgot me immediately. And they did. And then I came back fresh, and then I had a bunch of material that I could do different every week, and then they remembered me.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
That's a crazy strategy. And so you went to other mics.
Oh yeah. Load it up.
What was the mic you hit the hardest? I wonder if we ever.
There used to be IO West. There's 3 at Clubs. There was
3 at Clubs.
3rd Street Promenade. There was this place called Cafe Muse. There was this place, Westwood Brewing Company was huge at the time.
Yeah. Westwood Brewing Company was fun.
Yeah.
By the way, those crowds.
That's where I learned how to do crowd work. Was those bar shows.
To.
Yeah.
You had to.
Because material, no. You have to retain their attention with being present.
You could sometimes slip material into your crowd work.
Yes.
That's really fun to do. When you find yourself like, sometimes in the middle of crowd work, when you find yourself like 2 beats away from a story, and you're like, I could definitely get us to this part.
Sure.
Where I can get into this story.
In my opinion, those are some of the best crowd work comics, are the people who roll right into their material.
That's my favorite thing to do is talk, and then
You don't even realize how you got, like, the audience doesn't even realize, like, when you slipped into it.
Yeah. That is my favorite stuff to do, is to when it happens organically. Like,
Yeah.
I don't go into it thinking I want to get to this story. But if I start talking to you and you bring me within, the final 10 yards out of the 100, I'm going to take us the next 10 to get me that fucking story. But something has happened over the last probably 4 or 5 years since I've been on stage. It's just been, I made one small change in my act, and I feel like it really just changed.
Everything for the best?
Yeah.
That's
Dude,
good.
I started just talking to the crowd like we were friends.
Mm-hmm.
It was a crazy change. But man. It made everything so much more casual. I became way less performative.
And more just talking to people?
Yeah, man. A lot more of that too.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah,
Merch
man.
available now. JoshWolfComedy.com?
Oh yeah, hey man.
Hey, man.
Hey man.
Hey, man. I love that. What's your favorite thing to eat when you're high?
Watermelon with tahini on it.
Oh, I didn't know you ethnic like that.
Oh, I like it spicy. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Tahini.
Dude, those fruit carts, like those fruit stands on the side of the road.
Yeah, dude, come on.
Some of the best, like, out of nowhere flavor explosion. It is incredible.
Flavor explosion. Nobody's ever said that to me in a conversation before, I don't think.
Did you like it?
Out of nowhere flavor explosion. Yeah, I think I did actually. I might try to use it.
Oh, go for it.
Flavor explosion. Okay. Well, I'll let you know. I'm gonna text you when I work that in.
Okay.
Should I work in it? I'm working into the set this weekend.
Try it.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere?
Yeah.
Flavor explosion.
Or into one of the songs. That's not a terrible idea. I like that. Flavor explosion. What were we talking about?
The fruit stands on the side of the road.
Those the mango.
Oh, man. The pineapple, the mango.
Why does that fruit taste better than any other fruit you get anywhere?
I don't know what they do to it.
Yeah, they do something, but it's like, I'm like, I've never had a mango.
Tastes this good?
No, ever. Like the best mangoes this dude gets.
I know.
And the watermelon, you're like, who?
Yeah, where did you find this? This is not even remotely close to the same watermelon that I get at the store.
No, part mushy and part good, or
Tastes like slightly like chemically.
yeah. No, this dude's watermelon is like
I had my first raw coconut the other day.
from one of those dudes.
Yep. He
And?
chopped it in half and then put a straw on it.
How'd you do?
It was amazing. Because I don't really like coconut water in a can.
Yeah.
But I guess I'm bougie enough to like coconut straight from the tap.
Yeah, you are.
I've never liked coconut water out of the can or out of those pouches. But like when he stuck that straw on that raw coconut and handed it to me, and incredible.
Show me how you drank it. Did you have to hold it underneath? Like you were
I
cradling
held it
nuts?
right here, and then I was like,
Yeah, that's it.
and then I might have let out an accident. Ooh, girl.
Yeah, that's the shot right there.
Yeah.
I hope nobody uses that as a meme. Yeah, man, that's delicious too. That's like the fresh
The
coconut.
meat of the coconut and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's so good.
the only melon, and shout out to Ryan Sickler. I'm just not doing a honeydew.
Hey man, it's a honeydew, y'all.
Come on.
Come on, man. Why don't you like a honeydew, man? Come on, Joshua. Come on, man. Come on, man. Now it's all right, man. Hey, Josh, tell me about your mom's lung cancer, dog.
Oh my God. Whew. Yo, I gotta
Hey,
tell
man,
you.
real quick, just tell me about your cousin's typhoid. Hey, man, real quick, man. It's, tell me about little Petey's A's, man. Come on. He's a honeydew, y'all. I love the Ryan Sickler, man. Get your night pants.
Shit.
Look out for Patreon. Honeydew, y'all. Now tell me about the time your aunt became a cannibal. I think that's the hardest I've ever seen you laugh between you and I. And I've done a lot of characters and impressions for you over the years. But I don't know if the combination of the edible hit you at the right time.
It's the whole thing. Yeah.
It's the whole thing.
But that was special. Because that was special because, look, first of all, that's one of my favorite people in the world.
Oh, dude, hands down.
One of my
Hands
favorite
down.
people.
Love Sickler.
But something about a good Sickler impersonation just makes me fucking laugh. Because I'll tell you what, part of it is, it just makes me happy because I like the
Yeah,
dude so
because
much.
you already like him.
Yeah. But then it's this the honeydew, yo. I mean, it was perfect. Whew, wow. I needed that one. That was a good ab workout. That's what that was.
Hey, I'll take it. The Jeremiah Watkins workout.
I mean,
Dude, you have one thing that we're finding out more and more about our friendship is Josh is in incredibly good shape. And every time I hang out with Josh, he makes me walk like 4 or 5 miles. He made me walk we shot sketches today. I walked a mile in dress shoes. And Josh is walking around in his Air Maxes, and I'm walking around in literal dress shoes.
Willis, man, I told you when we got to the office, nobody's gonna see your shoes. Why are you wearing those?
And I'm like, you know me. I'm down head to toe to the
head
character.
to toe.
Always.
Yeah, character, but you're not
He's
gonna see
literally
my
wearing
feet.
comfy Air Maxes. And like while we're waiting for food, he's like, let's go on a 5-mile hike. And I'm like,
instead
really?
of waiting
for the food
in the restaurant, I was like, let's just take a little walk.
Let's take a lap. We go down this path. He goes, I almost bought that house. It's just like, and this neighborhood, like way off the beaten path of the restaurant. I'm like, what, dude? I'm in dress shoes right now. You're killing my feet, and I'm trying to remain positive and not say anything. I didn't say anything until right now.
That was super funny. I was so well. First of all, you could have said something. I would have walked. No, you should have said something. You'll never upset me. But I did notice that you were walking a little funny. You were kind of. I
You did notice.
I was like, this dude's gonna go to the bathroom or something. He's why are you walking like that? I was like, okay, is this how we're walking? Okay. Yeah, you had a little.
The inflection of my hitting the cement is all weird. It's like a horse that's like the shoe on the bottom is slowly coming off.
You got a rock. Maybe he's got a rock in his shoe.
Yeah.
Dude, I can't remember the last time. You might have a solid, no joke, 3 minutes of me laughing.
It was pretty extensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you might have an entire reels. You'll definitely have a reels full of me laughing.
Oh, easily. Oh, that for sure. For sure.
Oh my God. I mean, you know, when you have one of those, it feels good.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, it feels good.
It's next level.
Now, when did you start doing voices? When you were young?
Real young.
What was do you remember your first voice?
One of them was Michael Jackson.
How old were you?
Pretty freaking young. I did that, and I did a lot of cartoons, like Yogi Bear, like "Hey Boo Boo," like dumb little stuff like that. Probably wasn't that spot on, but like close enough for a little kid. Like,
sure,
for a little kid to go "Hey Boo Boo," like you're changing your voice enough where people are like, "Wait, what?"
If you change your voice and just do the words right, you're getting credit.
Of course, yeah, just for trying.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
100%.
And then the Michael Jackson one was always like me grabbing my balls and going. But I'd actually grab them. I go.
Now, why with that noise?
Because I thought that was the sound that grabbing your balls made. Just
I wish it was.
Yeah, because I would do it and I'd
All
do
the
it.
time.
It would hurt.
But not only that, if you squeezed your balls, and that's the noise I would made on a plane
or a train.
I wish it had timed out better. If I said on a plane, you would just hear, and the train had gone. But on a plane, you would just hear randomly around the plane.
Yeah.
Because old guys sit on their nuts.
Yeah.
I mean,
how many times have you sat on your nuts?
Twice.
It hurts.
Yeah.
It hurts real bad.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, I didn't think I had that kind of leg strength or power, but I was on one leg, sat on my nuts, and hopped back up. Now, I couldn't do it right now if you told me the house was on fire.
The adrenaline kicked in.
But I was, one legging it up.
You're like the mother that sees her baby underneath the car.
I lift the car.
You lift the car.
Well, I mean, essentially, my baby was under her car.
Yeah.
And I was in control of lifting that car up.
Mm-hmm.
By the way. Yeah. But have you ever sat on your nuts?
Oh, yeah.
Already?
Multiple times. I got long balls, though.
I mean, he did the sketch today where he tucked them. I can't wait for you guys to see that one.
Yeah.
That one might be the best, but also the most different.
Oh, it's not even, well, we won't say too much about it, but yeah, one of the sketches that we shot, we moved the goalpost a little bit.
Yeah, I think we changed the game just a little.
Just a little.
Yeah. These sketches have been so much fun with you, dude.
Dude, I love shooting sketches with you. We were talking and we were reminiscing a little bit earlier about your show Controlled Chaos and how much fun we had on that show, because the creative freedom on that show where you'd have me come in and just do I mainly did original characters. I did a few impressions, but it was mainly my original characters that you would put my original characters in different settings. Like you would have Shanks be an Uber driver.
Great.
You would have
that was so fun.
Walter be the weatherman.
Yeah.
And and
We had a bunch
Jack
of
the Ripper on the panel for the couch.
that was crazy.
Yeah.
And what's the emo?
Darwin all the time.
Darwin and Darwin hating Jacob.
Yeah, hating your actual son.
Well, man, you do so many. So, my theory with doing things like that or shows is like, I want to have a lot of people on there, one, who are funnier than me, but two, who do things that I can't do. So, I would never give you. I have and had complete confidence in you. Like, I never said a word to you about anything.
Well, not to mention some of the collaborations that we did when I did the Luke Bryan impression for Luke Bryan.
That was outstanding.
When I did my Justin Timberlake for NSYNC.
That was amazing. That was, so we were doing Control Chaos over Zoom.
Yeah. And it opened up some possibilities to some bigger guests because they could call in remotely and do the show.
Yeah, and we did that one episode with Luke, his wife, Caroline, and Chelsea Lynn.
Yeah.
And, man, your impression of him, Country Girls, Shave It For Me.
Country girl, shave it for me now. Shave it for me now. Shave it for me.
Yeah, no, you may want to cut that out. They'll get the just the rhythm of it. They'll find it and they'll put a stop on it.
That short?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll bleep it.
I would do that.
Okay.
Yeah, I would do that just because I think you can just do a little bit, but they just demonetize it.
That's crazy.
They claim it all.
That's crazy.
Isn't it?
It is. But yeah, we had a good, yeah.
It was an outstanding, and you absolutely crushed it. And then when you did Justin for the NSYNC guys,
Yeah.
First of all, your songs were outstanding, but they were so funny with you.
They played off as so well.
One
Like
of
way
them,
better than I would have ever anticipated.
They were all great.
Yeah.
One of them, I forget which one. You said to one of them, "Well, maybe we should write that song together." And the other one, I forget which one of them, said, "Now we know that's not the real Justin. He would never let any of us write with him."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah. I go, you were always funny, Christopher.
Yeah.
You're always the funny one.
That was so. What
So
was
fun.
the big hit's name on that one?
The songs?
Yeah.
Quarantine Boo was one of the,
yeah,
the big
yeah,
ones.
yeah. Do you remember that one?
I want to stay at home and make a quarantine baby with you. I want to stay at home and make this quarantine lady my boo, my quarantine boo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was really good. Yeah, man, we had a lot of fun. I mean, the only time I would ever, like every now and then with the songs, I would be like, hey, like there would be a line or two where I'd be like, hey.
Well, we collabed with what is cool. Like we collabed with like Philip Sweet for the Luke Bryan one to help because they're friends and they know that country world so well.
Yeah.
And that was just a cool.
Philip from Little Big Town.
Yeah, and that's just a cool experience just in general, just working with, amazing professional musicians.
Yeah.
And we were all just riffing and laughing and like it was cool.
Philip and Jimmy, who are both in Little Big Town.
Oh yeah, Jimmy was on the call too.
Are legitimate funny dudes.
Yeah.
Like they're both really, really funny guys.
Yeah.
But they both were on the show a bunch of times. Yeah, that show was fun,
Yeah, we
man.
did Zach Brown for Zach Brown. Didn't we?
No,
What did we do?
we did.
Well, who was the bearded guy that I did?
Oh, did you do Zach for? I don't think you did Zach. Did you do Zach?
Maybe it wasn't Zach. Maybe it was.
I don't think so.
was a different character for. Oh, I forget who it was. Oh, his name was Hardy.
Oh.
Who was that we did that for?
Oh yeah.
You remember who I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, but I don't remember.
I don't
who we did it
remember
for.
who we ended up doing it for though.
You know, Lucas Null. Luke Null.
Maybe that.
You know Luke.
Yeah.
He did. So he came on when Darius Rucker was on the show.
Okay.
And he goes, yeah, we can't call ourselves the. We were Rudy and the Blowfish, but we can't call ourselves the Blowfish anymore because we lost in a lawsuit. So we are Rudy and the he said something like whale sturgeon, and we were like, what? But he absolutely crushed with the songs.
Oh, that's awesome.
He absolutely crushed with the songs too. We had, man.
He did like one season on SNL, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had, yeah, that was a fun show, man. But people like you brought it to life, man. Audrey Stewart. Yo,
Her just yelling on that show is so funny.
I think she's going to be a star, dude.
I think she's going to be big too.
She's so fucking funny.
She's great.
Yeah. But there's so many, it was so much fun too because I got to see a lot of cool people that I had never seen before do shit.
Oh, yeah.
We got free shoes.
Oh, dude, the shoes. It was funny because you became the shoe comic for a while. Like if somebody was wearing new shoes at the comedy store, people would be like, "Do you get those from Josh Wolf?" You were that guy for a little bit. Yeah.
Josh will get you those shoes.
Josh Wolf. Did you do Josh Wolf show? Because they knew my cheap. They knew I wasn't going out and buying brand new Pumas. They're like, "Hey, Jeremiah, you do Josh show?"
Oh my God. Yeah, you know, they were so nice to. They gave everyone a free pair of shoes for coming on the show.
I literally have one of the pairs that you gave me downstairs that I still wear all the time.
Those ones were super dope, though.
Yeah.
Those were one of the cooler ones. They were, but there were some real, man.
Check out Control Chaos. There's a great archive on Josh's YouTube and Facebook of the show. But there's a lot of great moments, stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's just a
I
lot
used
of fun.
to love dressing up Jacob.
Every week. You had a great thrift store budget for him.
Yeah, I would go to $75 at the thrift store, and I would pick out an outfit
Which
for
is
him.
pretty good. For thrift money, that's good.
Oh, yeah, man. I had him looking sharp a couple shows.
Oh, yeah.
But a few shows, yeah. I wanted to buy him a nose to wear, but it was supposed to be a pointy nose, but it just looked like a dick. And I go, "You got to wear the nose." And he was like, "I'm not wearing the dick nose." We have this video, and he's like, and I was just had
Him
the
being
camera
upset about it.
He was like, "I'm not wearing the dick nose." And I was like, I knew I wasn't gonna make it. I go, "You got to wear it." You said you'd wear the.
You got to do it, man.
He was like, "I'm not wearing the dick, Dad. I am not wearing the dick nose." I could only take it for so long. I was like, "Yeah, dude, I get it." But he and I are gonna do a podcast. Did I tell you he and I are gonna do a podcast?
You did.
I'm really excited, man.
But tell the listeners and the viewers.
Yeah, my son and I are doing a podcast. It's called Hey Man. Hey Man.
Hey, man.
Hey Man.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, dude. We got like 6 in the can. And we go anywhere from like, we laugh a lot together. But this past one, we, sometimes it gets.
It gets real.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Good range. But I mean, it's father and son pod. I mean,
yeah.
It's good that it's 3-dimensional like that. I think people like to see that side of you guys.
Yeah, I think so.
There's some mad lightning or
it's lightning.
Is it lightning that far away?
Well, I mean, I don't know where it is.
Yeah, I'm seeing weird flashes of like right over your head. That's why I keep looking back there like that.
Yeah, I mean,
that's what I love about doing outdoor pods like this is just all the elements. We had a train go by. We got tree frogs, lightning.
Trains, Tree Frogs, and Lightning.
Yeah.
That's the name for the special.
Trying to help Josh come up with a name for
For my special.
for the special.
Trains,
When should people look out for that?
October
Do you think?
19th, my birthday.
Oh, you're releasing on October 19th.
Yeah.
That's exciting, man.
Dude, I'm telling you, this was my favorite special to do.
Well, we talked right after you filmed it, and you know when you can hear it in a friend's voice, like that they got something special.
Yeah.
You had that energy, and I was like, I think he captured some magic.
It was just a magical night. It was It was just a fucking magical night, and so and the footage is really cool, and the guys who shot it differently, but I fucking love it. They were, man, I don't want to ruin it, and if I explain it, okay. You know how most of the times they're in the center shot is pretty static.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we put the center shot on a what's it called, the roller?
Like on tracks.
On tracks.
Yeah.
And just gave it a
little bit of movement.
Movements,
Yeah.
like you were watching.
Yeah.
And so for me, it was a little bit of a risk because they just don't shoot them that way.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I fucking love it.
Those dolly shots.
I fucking love it, dude. And where they set it up and the weird things that happened. Like I posted one clip where this dude, it's mostly a musical.
Yeah.
And it's like an hour and 20. I sing a song about a dude with big man boobs.
Yeah.
And I have my friend come out topless and shake his man boobs.
Yeah.
And he was shaking them, and as he was shaking them, some dude in the front row stood up and put his nipple in his mouth. Unsolicited.
Mammary glands in the mouth.
It was shocking. But
yeah, you don't see that. You don't see that, dude.
But then I was like, oh, this show's going to be...
But you can see that on Josh Wolf's
It was right up top, too. I was like, oh, this
October.
show's going to be a little bit weird.
You're on the road, too. Or we're going to wrap it up right now. If there's anything... I know Josh was awesome to pop in and let me pop in his house. But do the pod kind of last minute because I was like, dude, I'm on the road kind of heavily this week. If you want to bang out a pod, I'd love to have you back on. And he's like, let's do it. Hey, man, let's do it.
Hey, man.
You're on the road a bunch coming up, though, yeah?
Yeah, I am. Okay.
This will be out on Monday, so...
This will be out on Monday?
Yeah.
Edmonton on that weekend of whatever that is, 17th, 18th, 19th,
Yep.
maybe?
Yep, 17, 18, 19, Edmonton.
Pittsburgh the weekend after that.
That'd be the 24th, 25th, 26th that weekend.
Seattle the weekend after that.
That's October 1st, 2nd, 3rd that weekend.
Portland the weekend after that.
That's 8, 9, 10 in October.
I think I have a week off.
Come see him at his house in Nashville.
Raleigh, North Carolina the week after.
Good nights, 22nd, 23rd, 24th. And I'll be in Vegas the 17th and 18th at Wise Guys New Comedy Club in Austin, Texas.
Oh yeah,
22 through
Congrats,
25th.
man.
Yeah, man, that'll be good.
Yeah.
22nd through the 25th in September in Austin, Texas. Kansas City, September 30th through October 2nd, and then the Huntington Beach Rec Room in California on Saturday, October 9th, and then Skankfest South, November 4th through 6th.
And congrats to opening up the new club in Vegas.
Yeah, there's only a handful of weekends that's really been going on there just within the last couple of months. So I'm stoked to be one of the earlier comics to do it. So
absolutely, and the owner is great.
I love them.
Great.
Yeah,
He knows how to run a club.
I've done the Wise Guys in Utah, and
great. He knows how to run a club.
It's great. So,
and I know Paul is helping out.
Yeah, I was gonna try to hang with him, but he's actually on the road when I'm in Vegas. He's like, dude, I'm with Andy on the road, dude. So
Honeydew, y'all.
it's a honeydew, y'all. Josh Wolf, we gotta have you back on the show, man.
Oh my God.
I love you, dude. Thanks for letting me. I mean, dude, love shooting sketches with you. Love making
So
stuff.
much fun.
And just hanging, dude.
And thank you for your help with me with shooting that DraftKings.
Oh, you got it anytime. There will be more down the road. We love you guys. See you next time.
See you later.
Jeremiah Watkins.